We've all seen him, flaunting luxury apartments, cars, and millions of shillings flashed casually on your TikTok timeline. Chuka KP, the self-proclaimed Chuka Kenyan prince, the billionaire who claims to have conquered the brutal world of forex trading. But before the multi-million shilling BMW, before the viral Dubai trips, and long before the internet fame, there was a completely different story. A story of a chokora surviving on the absolute margins of Nairobi. A story of pure struggle, hunger, and a desperate search for a way out. How did a kid with absolutely nothing turn the internet into his personal playground? Every overnight success takes years of unseen suffering. Chuka KP didn't grow up with a silver spoon. In fact, he frequently points back to his early days living as a poor comrade in Chuka University, what Kenyans call a chokora. Imagine waking up every day where your primary goal isn't building a brand or checking a trading chart. It's simply finding your next meal. Like thousands of young Kenyans facing a brutal job market, Chuka tried everything to break the cycle. Before discovering the charts, he turned to what many desperate youths turn to hide: sports gambling, trying to turn a 50 shilling note into rent money. But as anyone who has been down that road knows, gambling usually leaves you emptier than you started. The financial pressure was suffocating. He was a young guy with massive ambitions, but trapped in a system that offered no open doors. Then came the pivot. It's late 2025, early 2026. A random street interview in Chuka Town completely changes the trajectory of his life. A young guy stands in front of a camera and drops a bomb. He claims he is the biological brother of the internet-famous Kenyan prince, Raymond. The video hits TikTok like a wildfire, millions of views overnight, but it doesn't bring him fame. It brings an absolute onslaught of hate. The video exploded on TikTok, but not the way he hoped. Within hours, Chuka became the most hated person on the platform. The internet didn't just doubt him, they attacked him. Thousands of people flooded his comment sections, insulting him for clout chasing and impersonating a celebrity. Even Raymond himself, the real Kenyan prince, caught wind of it. He went live publicly dragging Chuka, calling him names like chokora, and telling him straight to his face in front of thousands of live viewers, "You are living a life that isn't yours. You will never make it." For most people, that level of public humiliation would be the end. They would delete their accounts, hide away, and break under the pressure. But Chuka KP did something different. He took all that hate, all those insults from Raymond, and used it as absolute rocket fuel. He didn't stop posting. Instead, he leaned into it. He kept up the energy, faking the lifestyle, talking big, and acting like the billionaire he wasn't yet. The internet thought he was just a delusional actor. But while the masses were busy typing hate comments, Chuka was staring at the charts late into the night. He knew exactly what he was dreaming for. To the world, those red and green candlestick bars were just a game. But to Chuka, they represented the ultimate revenge. They represented leverage. They represented his absolute freedom. And then came the moment the entire internet was waiting for. The faked lifestyle, the late night trading sessions, and the relentless hate comments collided into real, undeniable reality. So Chuka didn't just survive the TikTok onslaught, he monetized it. While the internet was busy laughing at him, Chuka was mastering market liquidity, perfecting his risk management, and cashing out massive payouts from the charts. Suddenly, the joke wasn't funny anymore for his haters. The man who was once called a chokora on TikTok Live was now pulling up in luxury vehicles that most of his critics could only dream of. He didn't just match the lifestyle of the people who insulted him, he actively stepped out of their shadow. The original Kenyan prince, Raymond, had told him he would never make it because he was living a fake life. But Chuka proved a brutal truth about the modern digital age. If you fake the vision long enough while putting in the silent work behind the scenes, the reality will eventually catch up. He transformed from the most hated impersonator on TikTok into a standalone brand, a high-energy vlogger, a strategic streamer, and a symbol of absolute defiance. Love him or hate him, Chuka KP's story is the masterclass in modern survival. Most people let public humiliation destroy them. Chuka used it as a multi-million shilling marketing campaign. He took the insults, turned them into views, turned those views into leverage, and used that leverage to conquer the Forex markets. From being dragged in a street interview in Chuka Town to driving a 16 million shilling convertible, he proved that the internet's opinion doesn't dictate your bank account. The only thing that matters is how hard you lock in when the cameras are off. So, the next time someone tells you that you'll never make it, are you going to fold? Or are you going to turn their hate into your rocket fuel?